you killed this.
And it needs to be the black kids. And if there's a white person who got money, he need to help them. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it needs to be real. And it need to be before we all die and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's gonna be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you gotta pay your own karma. And that's what God made you.
I remember grandma's hands used to hold me. I never forget the things she told me. Brothers to fuck play the big shots, you know. Grannies are the only thing the little ghetto kids got. Mom's worked and Papa's worried. She dropped me off with dread. Bless her heart cause she was worried. And ghetto grannies are like books. We got so many crooks. There's so many trains get shook and get tucked in the nursing homes when times is hard and even worse alone. And how could you be so cold? You'll get your turn as soon as you turn old. All I ask every person is try to figure out what's on the mind of a brother when he's cursing. 9 out of 10 you find a problem. Time to take a listen and see what you can do strong. Cause everybody needs a little help on the way to relying on oneself. So think about it. Tupac will. Lord, can you hear me speak? Can you forgive me for my sins? Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins. I hope the Lord can understand me. A man's gotta do what he can for his family. I was a stone cold gangster, man. See me gave me ghetto gospel, I thank you, man. Used to roll in the back and do drugs a lot. Now I'm playing these tracks, playing rhymes I got. In this world of greed, trying to succeed on my beliefs. Now I lay me down and sleep. Lord, can you hear me speak? Can you forgive me for my sins if I had it all to again? I still play with rent. I hope the Lord can understand me. A man's gotta do what he can for his family and pay the price of being held back. But I'd rather see hell later than see hell now. And the devil ain't got nothing on the president. Cut back and keep us trapped in our residence and be like animals in cages. We can rant and rave about slavery for ages, or we can stop and make it possible.
There's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for 36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic, that's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1 million, $1 billion, and then there's people starving.
Can you forgive me for my sins? Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins. I hope the Lord can understand me. A man's gotta do what he can for his family. Can you forgive me for my sins? Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins. Forgive me for my sins. I hope the Lord can understand me. A man's gotta do what he can for his family. DJ Will.